And thank you, of course, for the presentation and the hard work that city staff has put into this year's budget. I know city staff spent many hours, including evenings and weekends, working on this budget, and your work is truly appreciated. I've heard several descriptions of the budget and the budget process in the past weeks. It's been called a blueprint for action, a defining document, and I agree that the budget is all of these things, but I see it as a platform for future work and possibilities. Our city is making its way out of the difficult pandemic years with strength and direction. We learned a lot from the experience, but many gaps were revealed, and we've started to change our mindset to go beyond project programming-based thinking to policy and proposals. And we're moving towards a more systems-based approach to service and problem solving. But we can't forget our basic charge. I'm glad to see a commitment to continued improvements of our streets, sidewalks, and drainage. This budget prioritizes important community staples like police and firefighters, libraries and parks, animal care, lighting, public health, and transportation. Assuring these community staples is a necessity. This budget gives District 6 much to look forward to. I'm excited about this. A total of $5.5 million in a variety of improvements. We'll see maintenance and construction along Penn Road, $1 million in general road and infrastructure improvements, improvements along Culebra Road and Culebra Way, much needed traffic signals at Commerce and 39th, as well as on Hunt Lane, Santa Fe Ridge, and West Vista Drive. There will be improvements and renovations to both the Geta and Great Northwest libraries, 2 of the 3 libraries we have in District 6. And I'm happy to say that the animal care facility in District 6 will get a very needed overflow and transport kennel that will help us become a more humane city. And of course, the animal care facility is in District 6, but serves our entire city. And I'm most excited about Darner Parks and Recreation Operations Headquarters will receive $1 million in needed renovations and $600 in programming for seniors that will add Darner as a functioning senior center for our community elders who don't have access to other centers. I'm especially pleased about this. I mentioned we're adding programming for seniors at the Darner Community Center. This will provide an impact, I think, that can't really be measured. The area of the city that District 6 shares, bordering District 5, is what I have called a senior center desert. A lot of our seniors have come to us saying they can't get to the other senior centers that are around, and even not just in District 6, but District 5 because of transportation issues. And especially now in the wake of the pandemic, when so many seniors have been isolated and are just now recovering from being shut in for so long. This programming at Darner is timely, and I'm grateful to say it will benefit both Districts 6 and 5, and really any seniors that want to become members. Funding for the Mexican American Civil Rights Institute is vital, not only for San Antonio, but for the nation. Their ability to continue to tell the stories of those that fought for the Latino community is invaluable. And San Antonio is, I believe, the only place in the country that can tell this story with the weight of history and experience. I was fully committed and fought for the initial funding for the Macri, so this increase has my enthusiastic support. The same can be said for increasing the funding for the Martin Luther King Jr. March. My hope is that we can grow it to even more, to continue to be the largest in the nation by far, and of course in our remembrance of a great man and what he stood for. This event speaks volumes about San Antonio. It shines a light on our community and is a source of civic pride for many generations who call San Antonio home. I'm excited also to see investments in small business and small business owners. I'm supporting the increase in funding to the loan interest buy-down program. I think that's a crucial element to help our small businesses. And I had some reservations about the ecosystem, but hearing today that you will work with nonprofits already doing this work, like SAGE, eliminates my concern. I do have a quick question. What amount is going to SAGE?
The amount to SAGE is about $358,000. That's included in the proposed budget.
And that's over the 2 years, right?
That would be the total amount for 2023. So the $300,000 that's included in the amendment has not been allocated.
Okay, so $358,000 directly to SAGE. Okay, thank you. So this is a step in the right direction. I look forward to the crafting of a policy that provides consistent, long-lasting support for our small business community. I'm also excited about the opportunity that this budget gives us to look forward to the future in a focused and meaningful way. The past years, as I mentioned, have been difficult, but have given us a clear look at our gaps in service and shortcomings. We've had federal recovery funds to launch massive rescue efforts for businesses, for mental health, for nonprofits, for public health, but we should keep in mind that those are not permanent funding sources. This budget lays a foundation and a call to action to begin serious policy discussions to identify and fill gaps in service and thinking that will take our city to the next level. We should begin looking for ways to further enhance economic development, which is closely tied to our airport development and regional rapid transit. That in turn supports employment, workforce development, and well-being. And that has an effect on children, the elderly, those with special needs, foster children, and our veterans. It helps lift families out of poverty, reduces houselessness, and makes our communities safer. Our experience of the past years has shown us how everything is connected and how a small change, how filling a gap in one area can have a lasting effect across the city. That's our call to action, and this budget is where we begin. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Councilmember Cabello Havrda.